So let's talk about the 3 reasons why you are not succeeding in the gym. Hi, my name's Bobby, and my goal is to simplify the world of fitness and give you a better understanding when it comes to nutrition and your. What is the first reason you are not succeeding in the gym? Unfortunately, as a society at this moment in time, we are just far too impatient to wait for the results. The people that you see on social media, they have usually worked for years and years and years to get to how they look. So you're not just going to do that within the space of 4 to 6 weeks of training. And I would even go as far as saying that 6 months isn't enough. You probably need to be training consistently for about 2 to 3 years before you actually see some major changes in your body. And I know that it's boring, and I know that going to the gym sometimes is hard, and you finish your session, you look in the mirror and you often don't see any difference whatsoever. But it's just about making it a habit and staying consistent and just keep turning up over and over and over. And I always say, try and be that 1% better that you were yesterday. So reason number 2 why you're not seeing results is because it is boring. Training properly is unfortunately boring. It's not as exciting as the stuff that you see on social media. People go on social media and they follow this random workout that their favorite influencer has posted. Don't get me wrong, I've done it, I've been there myself. But speaking of influencers, who's your favorite fitness influencer? Let me know in the comments down below. But what I'm trying to get at is training is unfortunately boring and repetitive. The people that you see on social media have been training the same way for years and years and years. They make small, minor changes to their training, but they stay as consistent as they possibly can with their stuff. So progressive overload is one of the most important factors when it comes to training. So if you keep varying your training up, how do you know you're actually progressing? You need to be beating either your reps or the weight that you've lifted from the previous week. But if you one week say do squats, then you go on a pendulum squat, and then all of a sudden you start doing goblet squats, you have no reference points. So that's why it's important to try and stick to a program consistently and always try and improve and get better, whether that's number of reps or the number of weight lifted. And ultimately, having a poor plan is still better than no plan at all, because at least you are following something consistently. You can adjust as you go along, but consistency is the ultimate determining factor. So don't get bored, and as exciting as it is watching social media influencers, just try and stick to the same plan. Reason number 3 why you're not seeing results is consistency or a lack thereof. Motivation alone won't get you results. It's turning up over and over and over. Now, how do you get there? You need to make it a habit. You need to find a way to make it a habit. So having goals can definitely help, and that it can help you steer you in the right direction, but you need to create a habit that you do over and over and over that's going to get you there. One thing I like to do is I always put on my workout clothes first thing in the morning. That automatically makes me go to the gym. If I put on my casual lounge gear, I'm not going to go to the gym. Whereas if I put on my training stuff, then I'm always more likely to go to the gym and train. And the other thing you could do is you could find somebody to train with, a training partner, somebody that will hold you accountable going to the gym. Or if you don't have any friends that like to train, find an online coach or post on social media and get other people on social media to hold you accountable. There are multiple ways of doing that, and there's definitely ways that you can make yourself go to the gym more often and be held accountable. So what are my recommendations to kind of overcome this? So the first one for me is find a plan. Download a plan. I've got a plan. I'll link that in the description below, but ultimately just follow a plan and just stick to it. The next thing is set out training periods. So start with an end in mind. So for example, set yourself a 6-week challenge and go, I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week. Put an end to it. It's not an indefinite thing. It's not something that you're going to have to do over and over and over. Set a 6-week goal. And then after 6 weeks, reevaluate how you've progressed. Change a couple of things and then set yourself another 6-week goal. It's ultimately about experimentation, but definitely put an end to your training as well. So also be realistic with your plan. It's all fine and good having a 6-week plan, but if you're going to say to yourself, oh, I'm going to go to the gym 6 days a week, start with 3 maybe, because your private life might not allow you to go to the gym 6 days a week. So start with 3, do that for 6 weeks. And you might even see better results with a 3-day plan. Like think about it. If you're going to go to the gym 6 days just because you said you're going to go 6 days, you might half-ass your session. You might not actually push yourself. Whereas a 3-day plan might allow you to push yourself maximally, because you might just need a little bit longer to recover. And that way you're going to actually see more growth than going 6 days just because you wanted to do 6 days a week. Now, I know this might sound like a contradiction where earlier I said don't sort of follow a social media workout, but what I'm going to say on that is watch people on social media and learn from them. So watch their videos, watch how they train, watch the type of exercises they're doing, and don't necessarily incorporate them into your program straight away, but potentially for the next block. Stick with the current program and then adapt it and change it. That's all I've been doing. That's all the people you see who are getting better are doing. They do their session, They look at what's worked, what hasn't, and then they adapt based on what other people might have suggested to them. It's just learning from other people and getting better together. That's ultimately what it is. So use social media in that sense. And ultimately, if you're looking for variety, there's nothing wrong with having, say, a week A and a week B, where week A, you do a 3-day full body split, and then week B, you also do a 3-day full body split, but the exercises are just different. Now, if you're looking for help with your food, I've actually got a video over here that talks about your calories and your macronutrients and how to structure them properly. But other than that, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.